Do you ever feel like the past weighs heavy on your mind? If you spend too much time and energy thinking about the past, your mistakes or pain or failures, it's probably robbing you of your joy. I'm Ashley, and I'm a Christian life coach, and I want to talk about letting go of the past so you can enjoy the present and move forward. And stay till the end because I have a free download to encourage you. So think about this. The past only has the energy that you give it. We can waste time and energy overthinking and ruminating about the past, replaying scenarios over and over again in our mind. And we all have our share of past regrets. Maybe it's a broken relationship or a mistake that still haunts you or someone hurt you. But when you dwell on past failures and hurts, what you should have done, what should have happened, you get stuck. And then you're not enjoying the present. When my kids were little, I got to stay home with them for a few years, but my husband was in a really demanding job and he was pretty unhappy and he wanted to move into a totally different career. I wanted to help him and I was a nurse, so I offered to go back to work so he could look for a different job. Well, I thought it would just take a few months for him to find a new job, but we made this decision in 2008 when the economy completely tanked and he could not find a job. And I was miserable, I didn't like my job, and I wanted to be at home with our boys. I had a negative mindset and I was complaining in my mind, and I deeply regretted my decision. But I had to work now to support the family. My husband was super stressed because he couldn't find work, and honestly, I didn't think we'd ever be happy again. Well, he eventually got a job about 2.5 years later, and it changed our lives completely. We had to move, we started homeschooling. Our lives looked very different, but I got to be home with our boys, and I learned that God works all things according to his purposes and our good. He works in his timing, not mine, not yours, even in the mistakes and the pain and the failures. We can't change the past, as you know, it's gone, but we can choose how we respond to it. We can choose how we think about it. So first, what can you learn from the past? Instead of focusing on the pain, look for the lessons. What lessons have you learned from the past? How have you grown and become stronger because of them? Who are you today because of that pain? Are you more resilient or more compassionate toward others? Next, you can entrust the past to God. You can give it to him, and then you're free to make the most of the present. God is the God of the past, the present, and the future. He knows all, and nothing is a surprise to him. God is working all things together for good for those who love him. Even the painful experiences can be used for our growth in his glory. So we can entrust the past to him, and we can trust that he's working, even when we can't see it. And we have a very real enemy who wants us to stay stuck in the past. But God talks more about our bright, hopeful future than our past. We're a new creation with eternal, abundant life in Jesus Christ. And last, forgiving others is crucial. Holding on to bitterness and resentment only eats away at you. You've probably heard the quote that says, bitterness towards someone is like drinking poison and hoping it will kill the other person. It keeps you bound to that person and the past. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning wrong actions, but it sets you free from the person who hurt you. And if you feel like you can't forgive, claim 2 Corinthians 12:9 and 10. God's grace is sufficient for you, and his power is made perfect in our weakness. Ask God to help you in your weakness. Ask him to help you forgive that person and release that person to him. In Romans 12, it says, never take your own revenge, but leave room for the wrath of God, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. Let God deal with that person and pray for them. Ask God to bless them. This also helps you let go of bitterness. Letting go of the past is incredibly freeing. In Philippians, it says, forgetting what is behind and reaching forward to what lies ahead, I press on. When you release those burdens to God, you can enjoy the present and move forward. I have a free download of Bible verses linked below that you can renew your mind with every day. You can intentionally think truth and speak life over yourself every day and change how you feel and how you show up every day. I'm a Christian life coach, and I help women who feel stuck in negative emotions, and I help them get free so they can have joy and peace. And if you'd like to work with me, click the link below and we can set up a time to talk. Take Take care.